Welcome to another episode of Chat with Kat, where I have real talks with real people about everyday life experiences after you have a spiritual awakening. And I'm so excited today to talk about what actually happens after your spiritual awakening. First of all, things get really exciting. You have this whole new view of the world. You have a whole new perspective. Life seems magical. You turn into a magical unicorn, glitter farting fairy, and you think that you've got it all figured out. But then you start to notice all of the lies, all of the corruption, all of the things you once believed are not true. What foods do you eat? You don't see maybe Hollywood quite as Hollywood. You start seeing other things that you thought were there to serve you, to support you, to protect you, and that is not the case. And all of a sudden, your world went from this big to just mind blowing. Well, what happens now? All of a sudden, you're inundated with all of this information of a life you thought was true that you were living before is not so true now. And it can be scary and overwhelming and uncertain. But I'm here to share with you there is so many of us out there that have already gone through this awakening, that we are here to raise the vibration of the planet, of humanity, and serve through unconditional love, through support, through guidance, through following our intuition, connecting with the highest version of ourself, and going within. And this is something I have been super passionate about, is really going within. When you can start to look at things from the inside out rather from the outside in, there's this overwhelming peace, you guys, that comes through. Something you have never felt or experienced before, and it is absolutely magical. I often get caught in between the two realities of the life I was living versus the life I'm living now. Because let's face it, for how long of your life have you been living it in the other reality? And it can feel so overwhelming to be kind of in this middle stage where you are working to figure it all out while being the best, highest version of yourself, while letting go of everything that you've learned for the last 20, 30, 40, maybe 50, 60 years. And it is insane. But here's what I can assure you today is that when you start to look at things from within yourself and you start detaching from everything outside of you, you don't need to find fulfillment from things outside of you, from a lifestyle, from money, from the cars, from the homes, from the trips. And you can start understanding that all the feelings you want to feel are already in your heart, and you start connecting to those feelings in a completely new way, life starts to transform magically. And I am processing. I'm just here for you. I understand what it's like to be on this journey. It feels exciting 1 minute, debilitating the next. Like, why are all these old things coming up? But if there's one thing that I can share with you today, is I have discovered how to go back to these moments in time, even when we don't remember them, like, say, being a child, and the first time you felt doubt or worry or insecurity, or you felt like it wasn't safe to be yourself. You felt like you weren't loved and accepted for who you are when you were just trying to be goofy in the moment, and somebody put you down. And it was in that moment that you took on that feeling. And from then on, subconsciously, you were like, okay, if I'm fun and goofy and I want to have a good time right now, and somebody else isn't in the mood to do so, I'm not going to be loved or accepted for who I am. So therefore, you start in that moment to play a different character. and you start to find other ways to feel loved and accepted. And slowly but surely, I'm sure all of those moments also did not go to make you feel loved and accepted. So now you have chalked up all these experiences in your life that have made you feel not loved and accepted. And you just get to a point where you feel defeated and discouraged because why bother even trying anymore? It doesn't seem to matter what I do. No one's going to love me for who I am. But then there's a glimmer of hope. There's one person that'll come into your life. It could be right from the start, and you could be very fortunate. It could be later on down the road. It could be a relationship. It could be a friendship. It could be a stranger in passing that shares that moment of unconditional love with you. And in that moment, you understand what it feels like. And from that point on, all you want to do is get that feeling back. What if there was a way? What if there was somebody that could guide you back through these experiences, send them light and love, and let them go? I'm telling you right now, those aren't your burdens to carry. Every time you give that experience, those feelings, they hold on to you inside of you. It feels like a weight. Your heart feels heavy. Your gut constantly feels in knots. Your back, your neck feels sore. Because think of it like this, you guys. You threw on a backpack, and every experience you had that didn't make you feel loved and accepted, it's like you picked up a rock and you threw it in this backpack. And you've been carrying this backpack ever since those experiences happened. Well, guess what? It's time to let them go because those are no longer your burdens to carry. And this is what it can feel like when you have a spiritual awakening, guys. There's all of these things you need to learn to let go, but there's also all of these exciting things that you're learning that are really cool, and you want to step into this highest power and become the highest version of yourself. But you're going to face new challenges, new rejections, new fears, new uncertainties. But the thing is, you don't have to do it alone. There is so many people out there that are part of this awakening. And the more you start to go through your own process, the more people kind of start to come into your life. And it just becomes so magical, you guys. So I wanted to make sure that I could be one of those people for you. And by making sure I could be one of those people for you, I had to start sharing all of my own truth, all of my own journey, so that you know that I'm one of those people too. I'm one of those people you can go to because I've been through it too. And I understand what's going on. And I understand there's so many more of us that can be connected. So I am offering 6-month coaching packages to those of you who are ready to connect from within, to learn the tools of unraveling everything you've been holding on to dissolve these past patterns and experiences and burdens that are no longer yours to carry, so you can step fully into your power and go out and love, be the light, shine bright for everybody else, because we need you. We need you to do that. So let's go on this journey together. If you are ready to go on this journey fully, embrace yourself, go within, let it all go, but you don't want to do it alone, because guess what, you guys? It takes so much longer when you try and figure everything out on your own. Everything in life. There's coaches for everything. Get coaches. They're amazing. But book a connection call with me today, you guys. If you feel called to, if you feel like I'm the right energy, I have some tools that you could really benefit from. Let's book a call. Let's get started on this journey. And I can show you the gifts, the tools, the strategies I have to share with you. Thank you for tuning in to another episode of Chat with Kat, where things are going to get more magical and we can all turn into whatever magical being we want to. Love you, sending you so much glitter. Bye.